Here we are, episode 26, Beyond the Scoreboard.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, it is just two-man tonight.
That's right.
Jackson Naden, just us bringing it to you
Yes, sir.
tonight on this
Fine evening of Beyond the Scoreboard.
potential bad weather evening.
Yeah.
So make
Yeah,
sure
no
you're
kidding.
being safe out there.
Hopefully we're able to go the whole time, get all this information out to you before it gets too bad out there. Hopefully it doesn't cut us off.
I was gonna say I live out in the boonies, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. No kidding.
All right. Well, let's hop right into it. We got a full slate for you guys. I mean, it's been a whale of a week. I mean, college basketball, we're down into the Final Four, baby. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. MLB,
we got all one seeds. Crazy.
Yep. MLB, we're starting week 2. We're rolling. We're rolling, baby. We're all in.
What an opening weekend this has been. Like an opening week, I guess it's been for MLB too.
I was going to say, torpedo bats. Whoever thought of that? Well,
the
an
Yankees.
MIT student did. An MIT student did.
Was it?
Yeah. It was an MIT student that was working for the Yankees that came up with the idea.
Well, hey, it worked out pretty well, I'd say.
Go you.
Yeah, no kidding. Congrats to that guy.
Yeah.
Give him his paycheck.
See, what else? What else? Kind of big, noteworthy news said before we actually dive into the deep news.
There was obviously Aaron Judge hit 3 home runs in that game where the Yankees hit their 9. That's insane. You got
Jokic.
61 points, by the way.
Hey, save my fantasy team, buddy. Put up 99 points for me for fantasy.
One could wish.
That's got to be a record.
It is. It is a record. Surely, right? I mean, he puts at 6. That's the most points for a triple double ever. So I'd have to imagine, like he beat out Luka and who's the other one who had it? 60 was the record, and he beat it last night at 61.
Was it probably like Kobe or something?
I don't remember who it was. Yeah, rip Kobe. My goat. What?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, in my opinion, with that performance that he had last night, he puts a stamp on MVP.
Not only MVP, does he enter?
Okay, okay, we're not doing this.
Does he enter the conversation?
It's Jordan.
For the GOAT?
It's Jordan.
You got LeBron, you got MJ, who's like, and then do you put who's that? Jokic? Oh, is he entering the conversation?
No.
For the GOAT? I don't know. I think he might be. I think he might be entering that conversation.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this now. We'll have this conversation now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
He did crack top 10. In my opinion, he cracked top 10.
Easily, already. Think about how early on he is in his career.
And I know that's the scary part.
I know. And he's already breaking these numbers. Like, the fact that he's breaking the numbers he is this early on in his career, is he entering that conversation?
We haven't done one of these in a while. Let's do like a power
top 10
rankings, if you will.
All time?
Top 10 all-time NBA players.
Oh, no. Gosh, I don't know if I'm not knowledgeable enough for this, but all right, let's screw it. Obviously, my number 1 is easy. I'm working backwards from this because I'll just do my number 1 to start it off. LeBron. LeGoat.
Okay.
LeGoat, obviously. And then I guess number 2 is going to be like Michael Jordan or whatever, whoever that guy is. Okay, I don't even know that. Whatever. I don't even know who that guy is. MJ, Michael Jordan, what? Never heard of him. Honestly. I mean, this is a hard this is a hard top 10.
It's so hard.
Because it's like you have guys that played in completely different type of NBA league. You know what I mean? Like,
and I know that's the hardest part about this.
Yeah. The game now is completely different from the game that they played in, like Michael Jordan or Larry Bird or Kobe. Even like Kobe played in a different type of NBA than what it is now. Like, it has changed so much in the last 5 years, even. But I don't know.
by 6.
This is hard.
My biggest problem is trying not to make it like biased at all. And so far, I think I've done a decent job, but now I'm kind of getting to the part where it's like,
well, it's impossible not to be biased. I swear. Ooh. So, all right. Do you have your top 10?
Almost.
I think I have a good idea.
I'm at
Definitely
9.
have a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay, let's hear yours.
Okay. Don't we work from the bottom? I'll work from the bottom up for you.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Number 10, Tim Duncan.
Okay.
A guy that was dominant for as long as he was and was like a guy that could flex. He could play the 3 or the 5 or the 4. That was the thing, is you could throw him anywhere in there. His main position, of course, was the 4, but at number 9 I have Charles Barkley.
Okay. Interesting.
But the reason I don't have Barkley any higher is because he hasn't got a ring.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I'm not going to put him any higher. See, that was 9. Number 8, Karl Malone.
That's interesting. It's kind of wild.
Karl Malone. Granted, you could say, oh, it was John Stockton. No, it was Karl Malone.
I mean, okay. Go on.
So that was 8. 7, LeBron James.
You're joking.
Okay.
You are joking.
So I'm going to give you my reasoning why. No. Just hear me out here. My reasoning why is everyone says he's the GOAT, or because, like, so what? You played how many more years than everybody else? There's still records that you will never break, yet you've played in the league 10 years longer than some of the guys ahead of you. And his efficiency numbers is the reason why I have him so low. His player efficiency numbers are so low. And when you got to look at the big debate, of course, is MJ or LeBron. The reason I have Bron so low and I have MJ, of course, at number 1 is because look at who all their teammates they played with. All-star players. Michael Jordan played with 2 throughout his career. Hall of Fame guys, he played with 1. LeBron played with 10. Finals records, MJ 6-0. Finals MVPs, Jordan 6-0.
7.
7 what?
You put him at 7.
7. So I originally had him at 4, and then there was 3 guys I forgot about that I could put him all the way up at 4.
That's insane.
Potentially 3. I'll tell you my top 2 that he will never get around. MJ and Kareem.
I can't believe that.
Bro, Kareem was tough.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but 7.
Number 3, I have Magic Johnson.
Okay, that's fair.
Number 4 is Shaq. Like, Shaq's the most dominant center to ever play the game.
Okay.
Wilt Chamberlain at 5.
Forgot about him, if I'm being honest.
Name another guy that's dropped 100 points in a game. Can't.
I forgot about him.
Larry Bird, I have at 6.
We have similar lists.
Yeah, except for you have Bron at 1, whatever.
I do have LeBron at 1.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you.
7's too low.
7 was rough. I'll put him 4. No, I lied. I'll put him 5. I'm not putting him above Shaq.
3. You should put him at 3. Minimum.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you'll agree that MJ and Kareem could be ahead of him.
No, he should be at 2, but knowing you, I have to reason, so it's like 3 is the.
I'll put him at 5.
So at 10, I have Bird.
At what, you have Bird 10?
Yeah.
Bird has to be in your top 10 just because, like, the thing that was so impressive about Bird from every video that I've ever watched about him, it was nonstop trash talk the entire game.
Yeah. What a guy.
All right, who do you have at 9?
Jokic.
You see, okay, so I guess I did not put Jokic in mine. I probably could have. I probably would put Jokic at 9.
The thing is like the trajectory he's on, surely That's my thing.
But my thing is it's too early in his career to tell.
No. He's setting these records already.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
The standards he's setting.
But we've seen some players be like, okay, these guys are going to be great. Then all of a sudden, they get one bad injury. All of a sudden, they're done. But you never hear from them again.
That's true. And then the rest of my list is pretty it's generic. You got Shaq at 8, Kobe at 7, Bill Russell at 6.
I left Kobe off mine. Where I was going to put him was right above Malone, right below Bron.
Yeah. And then I got Magic at 5. I have Steph Curry at 4 on my list.
You see, Steph Curry, I think Steph Curry is really good. I think if he would have set that record last night, he would have been in the top
10. That's the thing for me is he is just insane when it comes threes. He's completely changed the game when it comes to that. For that's my thing. And then Jokic has changed the game when it's come to everything else.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And then I have Kareem, MJ, LeBron.
You see,
I feel like that's a pretty Curry at 4 might be a little much, but
yeah, I think Curry at 4 is a little high, especially above Magic.
No, for sure, yeah. That might be where I kind of whatever.
Because but it is a valid argument. Who's the best point guard of all time? In my opinion, it's not close. It's Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I think it's my recency bias kicking in there because the Curry LeBron.
And you see, I liked more of the style of the old school basketball than I do now, where you actually had to play defense.
Yeah. Now it's just who can shoot the most threes.
Where now, who's going to shoot the most threes? Who's going to shoot better percentage from the floor? Where back then it was who's going to force more turnovers?
Yeah.
Who's going to get more blocks? And honestly, who's going to get more rebounds?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I mean, that's why I will never watch the NBA All-Star game.
Oh no, the NBA All-Star game is terrible. I feel like most people agree on that because it's just nowadays it's honestly worse than the Pro Bowl. I would
agree. I would agree. I can't stand the Pro Bowl, but no, I would agree.
I at least like the skills shows on when it comes to the Pro Bowl. Like the talent show, not the talent show, but the showdowns. Those are interesting.
I'd agree.
Speaking of the NFL.
Yep.
There's a lot of NFL news. Yeah.
Breaking news. Wait a minute. Do we going to go through picks first?
Ah, yes. We do have a lot of picks from this past week. Speaking of
we'll just throw up big numbers here. We're not going to go through each game. Aiden went perfect in the NCAA.
I did. I'm so proud of myself for that.
Congrats, man.
I went a whopping 22-6. Had a really good week. Obviously, these games are still going on here. These are tonight's games, so not sure the outcome of those yet, but we'll find out. And I'll add those to our all-time records afterwards. Bringing my all-time to 135 and 79. So honestly, not too bad.
Great job,
Jackson. Wasn't the best of weeks. Unfortunately, you went 15-13. But you know what? It's okay. You got to take some chances. You know.
Man, in the end, start off, I was rolling.
Yeah, for sure. You got to take some chances. You can't pick the same as everyone. You know, you gotta move some ground. You gotta make it interesting. Still doing good all time though.
Oh wait, you actually have me better record than I should be.
Do I really?
Florida beat Maryland.
I do. You are correct. Wow. Hey, so you went even, but that's okay. And then we go to Garrett. Garrett went pretty decent.
Heck of a week for Garrett. What do you have?
Yeah. 19-9.
19-9. Man, great job, Garrett.
Yeah, no kidding. So overall, not too bad.
He started off real hot in the NBA.
I know. When I was going through it, I was checking off. I was like, "Holy cow, Garrett's gonna beat me this week." But kind of towards the end, he was like, "I need to make some upsets here." So
yeah,
he decided to go that and kind of had some rough games. But you know what? Overall, not too bad last week for picks. But now moving on into the NFL news for this week. It's been a heck of a week for the NFL when it comes to the rules. They have been changing like crazy. First of all, you have overtime has been officially changed, and we can all take a big sigh of relief because the thing that we've all been waiting for has finally happened. Both teams finally get possession in overtime. Thank God.
Well, with an asterisk next to it, though.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't know if you saw this. Overtime is now cut in time.
Well, it's always been 10 minutes.
Oh, that's right. That it was proposed to be 15.
15. Yeah.
But they said no, we're keeping it at 10.
Yeah. So I mean, that part's interesting. I feel like it should be 15.
With both teams getting the ball, I'd agree.
Like I understand because you don't want the players out there for like an extended amount of time. But
no, I'd agree as well.
But teams can definitely get 10-minute drives. Like so that part does suck. But I get it. So that part, like amazing news. Both teams finally get the ball in overtime. About time.
I'd agree.
In other news with the NFL, the kickoff, it is now a touchback at the 35-yard line instead of the 30-yard line. So I like that.
I kind of hate the whole thing.
The new kickoff rule. I understand
the whole thing. I'm done with it.
But I get it because
I do get it, but it didn't work the way they thought.
Safety.
But it didn't work the way they thought. They're like, okay, we're going to do this, and it's going to lead to more kickoff returns. It didn't. Your percentage, I think the percentage went up by 3%.
Well, I think that's why they're moving the touchback.
I don't think it'll matter. I really don't. I don't think it'll matter because if you have a strong enough defense, if you trust in your defense enough, those 5 yards aren't going to matter.
Well, if you look at the teams, like I know the Browns at least, because I was looking at where their kickoffs were landing on average, they were putting it down perfectly at like between the 5 and 10-yard line. So teams were forced to return it. So like the more like teams get used to it, the more that they're practicing that, and the more that they are forced to do that, it's like the better. You know what I mean? The more it's promoted.
I get from that point, but just personal opinion, I don't think it's going to work the way they're hoping it will. I think it's not going to matter. You're still going to bring in your kicker. You're still going to let him boot it deep because you're going to trust your defense to get you there.
No, I'd agree. Yeah, it's
the other rule is the one that I'm excited for.
Yeah, the replay assist or the
replay assist. The replay assist, I'm super excited for. They could have made it even better. They could have done if there's not a penalty thrown. They can throw a penalty.
New York can step in and say, "Hey, this happened," sort of situation. Yeah, so replay assist is now going to be effective on more plays. What was it? Was
face mask,
PI, face
pass
mask,
interferences. What was the other one?
Was holding?
Holding might have been one. Oh, and then roughing the passer.
Yeah, so it's like a replay assist is going to be effective to more plays. You also have the chip in the ball is now going to mark where the first down is. They're going to have technology cameras on.
A lot like what the XFL has.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to be able to have a better idea of where the ball was, if it crossed the first down line or not. So that's going to be.
Did you see how precise the XFL gets?
It's insane.
I was looking into this. They can get it down to a 100th of an inch on how short you are.
That's how it should be.
They were showing one. They were like, it is fourth down by 0.02 inches. I was like,
good.
What? UFL, correct.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My fault.
Same thing. But either way, it's like that's how it should be. You have the technology to do that. Like, why aren't they?
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Fully agree.
That is determining games. So why aren't you have the technology? Just do it. It makes no sense. So I'm glad. I'm glad it's finally happening.
I'd agree.
Kind of getting away from the rule changes that have happened in the NFL. There's a lot of rumors and speculation.
We're getting to that time of year where all your leagues are putting out rumors.
Yeah, it's more so like there's not a lot happening in the offseason. All your big signings already happened. There's a few stragglers that need to sign left, but that's where you get into like you still got Rodgers out there that needs signed.
I was gonna say we don't got very many stragglers. That's like
you got Rodgers, Chubb, Keenan Allen, Stephon Gilmore.
Okay, Keenan Allen, that's a scrub.
Well, hey, he still needs signed. Someone's ought to sign him, right?
I have a personal beef with that guy.
Well, but there was
you
some
catch
news.
A ball every now and then.
Hey, he caught a few. Probably not as many as he should have or could have. But
he was also like 4th in the NFL in total drops.
Hey, the Browns know a lot about dropped balls. It's okay. We can relate.
All right, so do the Dallas Cowboys.
Garrett? Where's Garrett?
Oh. Just so you know, he did not catch the ball.
He didn't. That's right. Let's go Packers.
All right.
Go Pack, go.
Whoa.
Hey, I used to be a Packers fan. I used to be a Packers fan.
You went too far there.
Used to be a Packers fan. So, hey, Packers got me into football. So, I mean, come on now. Good old Rodgers. But whatever. Rodgers is rumored to sign with the Steelers. I know it's kind of like where it was before, and then it was like, oh, the Vikings, and oh, it's here. But there was someone who said that there is a contract that's out there, and it sounds like he's signing with the Steelers.
So I am going to put out my prediction on it. I don't think he will sign until after the draft.
Really?
I think he waits till after the draft, because then after the draft will give him more leverage.
See, but I disagree, because if the Steelers draft Jackson,
don't be shocked. Do not be shocked if he signs on draft day.
I don't know, because if the Steelers, I believe the Steelers will have the perfect opportunity to draft Jackson Dart at 21, right? Which, if that's the case, why go and sign Aaron Rodgers, or why would Aaron Rodgers sign with the Steelers?
No, I'm not saying with the Steelers. I'm just saying with any team in general, he's going to have a lot more leverage after draft.
But where would he go?
Minnesota.
What team would need him?
I still have seen things where he's still, because Minnesota, you can tell by the way Minnesota's acting, they don't know what they want. First, it was, we still have our options open at quarterback. We're not sure who's QB1. And then they switched their minds and was like, we're comfortable with our QB room. No, you're not.
Well, because
no, you're not.
If JJ isn't good to go, who do they have? Brett Ripon?
Brett Ripon.
Yeah, like if JJ's not
good, you're not comfortable. You are not comfortable with your QB room as what you say you are.
Yeah,
you might be a little bit comfortable with it because you might think JJ's your future, and who knows, maybe he will be. Another team though that would be key to look at depending on what happens in the draft is the Saints.
I think they draft Shador. I think Shador falls and the Saints draft him.
If he lasts that far, you got to remember he might not last that long.
I think he does. I don't see what other team drafts
him
unless
you guys are ahead of them. The Giants, of course.
Well,
I still think it would be a very bad idea for them to even draft a quarterback in round 1. Wouldn't hate a quarterback in round 2. Would be good to get. Excuse me. Would be good to get one in round 3.
Well, if you look at Adam Schefter, I think it was Schefter, or I believe Schefter was on the Pat McAfee show today, said that the Browns and Giants, neither of them are looking like they're going to draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is huge. Like, that means Shador's going to fall. He's going to fall to the Saints, probably, because I don't realistically see any other team drafting a quarterback.
Saints or Colts.
Unless the Raiders draft him.
That's true. They could. Sit behind Geno.
Yeah. I guess they just traded for Geno.
And they got
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
It'll be interesting.
So speaking of Shador falling, the Browns don't take him. That means the Browns need a quarterback still. That leaves, back to the rumors we heard before, Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins would be the perfect opportunity for the Browns. What the Browns do, this is my personal, what I think the Browns should do, rather. What you do, you trade Greg Newsome, because he's been the perfect, this is his last year on his contract. You trade Greg Newsome and a 4th or a 3rd to the Falcons. You get Kirk Cousins and a 6th, and you're good. You have your quarterback. Then, with the 2nd overall pick, you can either draft someone like Travis Hunter or Will Johnson to replace Greg Newsome, or you can draft Abdul Carter, which is I understand you take the best overall player in that position, you put him opposite of Myles Garrett, you have a stacked defense, but it's also like you need to replace Greg Newsome there because I mean you have Denzel Ward and Martin Emerson, but then it's like you are missing that piece that you had last year. So it's like, I don't know, what do you do in that case? So, but then with Travis Hunter, you have someone who can play both wide receiver and corner. So what do you use him as in that scenario? Do you use him as a wide receiver or do you use him as a corner? It's like that's the scenario. Like you can use him as both.
I'm
going to
be honest with you, he doesn't get both.
Yeah, exactly. You're not in the NFL. You're not going to use him as both. So you're picking your poison essentially.
As much as he wants to be both, it's not happening.
No, not in the NFL, not on a professional level. So you're definitely going to pick your poison there, and it's kind of hard to. Yeah, that's why I feel like Will Johnson would be the better choice at 2. But for the second overall pick, that's kind of like a high pick for him. So I almost feel like you could trade back.
You could. With a team. I don't think they will.
I don't either.
Unless something crazy happens.
I do think Abdul Carter will be the selection, most likely.
And I think it'd be a good one. I mean, imagine him learning under Myles Garrett during OTAs.
Yeah. See, Jarrett, yeah. The Browns doing 17, 18, get a defensive player high in the draft, get another high draft pick next year and get a quarterback. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could.
Yeah, but your only problem is if you are unable to get Kirk Cousins, you don't have a bridge guy then.
You have.
I mean, because who's the backup now?
You have Kenny Pickett. And
you do have Kenny Pickett now. You're right.
And Stefanski says that Kenny Pickett, he's confident in. So I mean, honestly, it is what it is. If we have to ride with Kenny Pickett this year, I guess we're riding with Kenny Pickett until we get next year and get Arch.
Your only problem with doing that is, in order to get Arch next year, you're going to need a big.
You have to tank. Yeah, we're gonna have to tank unless we trade.
And that's going to make you know who not very happy.
Unless you tank Miles, or unless you trade Myles Garrett next year.
You're still open to that?
I don't. Not after we just paid him as much as we did. I don't know honestly how you do it then, because you're trading someone for a first, but who do you trade for a first in that case? You trade Abdul Carter, unless you trade your.
I don't know.
It makes no sense to me how. And
unless you re-sign Nick Chubb and then trade him next year.
Not for a first.
You'd be surprised if he has a good year this year. You could.
I mean, I guess. I don't see a world where you trade him for a first though. Not at 27 years old. And not at the running back position.
He's the most intriguing free agent to me.
I agree. I don't understand how he hasn't been signed yet.
I know everyone's like, oh, Rodgers and everything. You know what you're getting with Rodgers. 41-year-old.
Yeah.
That's going to come with drama, but he's also going to be able to sling the rock.
For sure.
You know what you're getting with. You don't know what you're getting with Nick Chubb.
No, he could
coming off a bad injury. He could be potential offensive player of the year, or he could be
back to,
less than 1,000 yards.
Like he could just be a backup running back.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, he's come back from that injury before, and he was a dominant running back.
But that's when he was younger. Granted, he's not super old, but you got to think, when that injury happened, he was still in college.
Yeah, true.
And
true.
so
I don't know.
He had not just his youth to help him, but he had, of course, all that time to make it up and everything. I know he got hurt early this year as well, so he's had all that time to make it up. But, man, I don't know.
It's hard because it's like, as a Browns fan, I love Nick Chubb. I want him to come back, but it's also like you have to know when to cut it off. You have to know when to move on.
And I think now I think that's why he has not re-signed with them, because I think now they're starting to see, okay, there's not a huge light at the end of the tunnel here. Let's let him go and still hope for the best for him.
Unfortunately, I agree. Another NFL news. Calais Campbell signed with the Cardinals. That was the other NFL news I had. It's pretty much it. I think it's time to move on to college basketball, I believe. Yes.
All right. College basketball news. Really, the big news is transfer portal is wide open and transfer portal is going crazy. I'm going to start off, obviously, I'm going to start off with like our schools, and then I'm going to kind of switch into like Big Ten news, kind of. So obviously, going to start off with Purdue. Have lost 4 guys so far to the transfer portal, which is
that's insane,
devastating.
That's crazy to me.
Brian Waddell, you don't know the name because he doesn't play. Will Berg, don't know the name. He barely plays. Played a little bit this year. Miles Colvin, which was a meh loss. Today, unfortunately, we heard the news that we lost Cam Heide, which is a devastating loss. Of course, he hit the 3-pointer to tie the game at 60 on Saturday that Purdue unfortunately fell 62-60.
That one's big.
But on the bright side, Purdue also signs 6'11", 260-pound Oscar Clough, 4-star, graded at a 95.
That's insane.
Center, averages a double-double, averages second most rebounds in the country, and shoots 63% from the floor.
That's just insane to me.
A big guy they needed in.
6'11" is crazy.
Let's look at your Ohio State Buckeyes. Not a lot has happened with the Buckeyes. Have lost a few rotational players, but also got one guy in.
Okay.
So Austin Parks, you lost a center. Didn't really play much. Kind of a rotational guy. Evan Mahaffey, a little bit of a bigger name. You probably know the name. 6'6", 200-pound forward. A pretty solid guy. Michi Johnson. So get the story on Michi Johnson. Started his college career at South Carolina. Was there 1 year. Decided he wanted to leave. So he went to Ohio State for 2 years. Enters transfer portal. Goes back to South Carolina this year.
Wild.
Your addition. Or sorry, you lost one more guy, and this was a big one. Aaron Bradshaw.
Ooh.
Graded at a 99.
Yeah.
5-star.
That's rough.
In return, you get Gabe Cupps from IU. People are like, oh, who's Gabe Cupps? Yeah, who's Gabe Cupps? He never played. So
IU lost everybody.
Yeah, they had no guys on their roster.
Yeah, IU literally doesn't have a basketball team. Yeah.
Let's go to the.
That was funny.
SEC.
Like I saw a thing that said IU doesn't have a basketball team anymore.
Yep, for real.
Which is insane.
They have a few guys now, but when we look at Texas, they lost one, Devin Pryor, but they got Dalian Swain in, who comes from Xavier, who I don't remember if we talked about this last week. I don't think we did. Texas has a new head coach.
Oh no, we did. Yeah.
We did. Sean Miller. All right.
Yep.
Some other coaching news that just happened this past week. After Maryland's loss to Florida, it was announced the day after that Kevin Willard, their head coach, would be leaving to take the job at Villanova.
That's crazy.
Maryland just yesterday did sign a head coach, though.
Crazy that he willingly left.
I know. Buzz Williams will be leaving Texas A&M and will be headed to Maryland to coach Maryland, which, after viewing X, not Twitter, X, Derek Queen might be staying.
Really?
He's been very vocal on X about the new head coach.
That's huge.
Take that as you will, but could be something big to look at.
Wow, that would be huge for Maryland.
So of course, some other like big coaching overtures. Iowa, Fran McCaffrey, he's gone. He's actually headed to Penn College now.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely very interesting spot for him to end up.
I guess whatever floats your boat. There's been a lot of interesting changes.
Here we go. Yes. Let me get it pulled up here.
I was not ready for all these transfer portal changes and all the head coaching changes. I was shocked, to say the least. Especially that Maryland's coach left willingly. I don't understand that.
So I ended up doing a little bit more research on it. Their athletic director actually left before they played their round 1 game.
Really? Did he go to Nova?
No. So he actually went somewhere. I don't even know where.
Really? Interesting. That doesn't make sense then. Huh.
No, I didn't get it either. All right, here we go. All right. Coaching carousel. Texas A&M job is now open, obviously, with Buzz Williams leaving. Come on. Maryland job is obviously closed now. Oh my gosh, it's just not lined up very well. Okay, Ben McCollum is headed to Iowa after being at Drake. Nico Mendeville is going to Minnesota after previously being at. Sorry, I should have known this beforehand. Nico Medved was at Colorado State.
Oh beforehand.
Yeah. Sean Miller, of course, headed to Texas. Talked about that last week. So those were the big ones that happened that day. If I'm correct, Xavier has also hired their new head coach. They hired. Oh wait, that's right. A name that we're all too familiar with, Richard Pitino.
That'll do it.
Those of you that know the last name Pitino, his dad is Rick.
Yep.
Who took St. John's quite a ways.
Yep. Unfortunately, not far enough.
Yeah, that screwed my bracket, let me tell you.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, yours a little bit worse than some. Yeah, I needed him to go a little bit further than he did. Gosh, dang it.
West Virginia got in a new coach, and it is Ross Hodge is the new head coach for them. Obviously, Villanova got Kevin Willard. Virginia brings in Ryan Odom. Will Wade. Where does that name sound familiar? Head coach at McNeese, former head coach at McNeese, is now headed to NC State.
Along with who else?
Okay. Listen here. Maybe only for a year.
Really?
So, as I would have been hurting a little bit, he's been in talks with some NBA teams to go in and working for them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
IU found its new head coach, West Virginia's Darian DeVries.
Yep.
Will be headed there. I believe that is it.
A lot of changes, honestly.
Oh, Iona is getting a new head coach. He's actually coming from the New Orleans Pelicans as their assistant coach.
Really? Interesting. Fair enough.
So that's kind of it when it comes to coaching changes. But yeah, like a lot of it's just been the transfer portal's been going crazy. Teams going in and out. Also, a coaching position to really keep your eye on within the next 10 days, as reported, Tom Izzo is making his decision on his coaching career.
That's big. That's a big one right there.
And it's huge. That is a huge one, honestly, because it's going to decide the future of a lot of those guys on that team. And I mean,
oh, for sure.
When the transfer portal hit, they lost a lot. I'm going to be honest. So you didn't hear a lot about it, but Xavier Booker, center, and Trey Holloman, their starting guard, that was fantastic. That story on Trey Holloman, senior night up at Michigan State.
Yeah.
Every game up in Lansing, or every senior night up at Lansing, the seniors, when they walk off the court, kiss the center of the court, kiss the Spartan at the center. They were playing Michigan when it happened. 2 Michigan players decided to stand at mid-court to not allow them to do it. Trey Holloman, only a junior, goes over and shoves them out of the way and gets into a bit of a scuffle with them. After the game, Tom Izzo allows Trey Holloman to kiss the center of the court. Now Trey Holloman's gone.
Yep. That's insane.
Not a great look.
Also, Michigan kind of screwed up for that, but whatever. Classic Michigan. Can't stand Michigan. Ugh. But yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if Izzo retires. I mean, how old is he?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello?
Unfortunately, I lost audio. Whoa, and my mic.
Let
me see if I can get this.
Pardon the here. Technical difficulties here as Jackson tries to figure out his audio issues. See if he can.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
And I lost all audio. I got nothing. Oh, there we go.
All right. Hello?
I got you back.
All right. There we go.
Apologies.
It's all good. Glad we got that figured out. How old is Tom Izzo?
Oh boy, Tommy Izzo.
He's what, 60s?
70.
Holy cow.
He turned 70 January 30th.
Yeah, he needs to retire.
But you also got to look. Rick Pitino's also still coaching.
The weather has taken him.
Rick Pitino's 72.
I think it did, Jarrett.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did.
Got him there it almost got him there for a second. But yeah, no, some of these guys are just way too old. It's like Pete Carroll. I don't know why Pete Carroll's still coaching.
Hey,
it's like
I wanted Pete Carroll in Chicago if we didn't get Ben Johnson.
I know you did. I don't understand. He's way too old to be coaching.
I get his age, but you got to look at what he does despite his age. He's still out there participating in practice, throwing, running routes. Like he doesn't
chewing
look
gum
like a typical 70-year-old out there. He looks like he's still 30.
He chews the heck out of some gum. I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know.
So yeah, that's kind of like the big college basketball news, and then of course, Final Four, all top seeds.
Yeah, first time since 2008.
That's
crazy.
Most talented Final Fours we've ever seen. Of course, not a big story one. Like, oh, that's boring. Like, yeah, I get it. I fully agree. But definitely a big one to look at. So and then kind of switching gears now. Let's talk some MLB news.
Holy MLB.
That's so MLB, sure. We are kicking off week 2.
Yeah, about to head into week 2
of MLB. Here. And it's been
it's been a heck of a ride.
So the new thing you're going to hear when you hear MLB is torpedo. And like, what are we talking about torpedoes? Like, let's be honest.
We're not in
the new
water.
Shape of the bat that an MIT student or former MIT student that works for the Yankees organization came up with this bat that it's still within regulation. The regulation is the mass of the bat. So instead of making all the mass of the bat even throughout the barrel, you centralize it into one location and make that location more refined. So then when the ball hits that location, it's going to naturally give the ball more power and more speed off the bat. We saw it in a Yankees game where they hit an impressive 9 home runs.
Insane. Tied their franchise record, I believe.
I believe that was Sunday.
I believe you're right, yeah. That's insane, dude.
Nope.
9?
It was Saturday.
9 home runs.
Saturday. 20 runs. Judge hits 3 home runs and 8 RBIs.
That's insane.
The first three pitches of the game were home runs.
When's the last time you've seen 20 runs in a game?
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, like you don't see it often.
That point was the first time I'd seen it.
You don't see it often.
And it was in an extra innings game. This was not.
Yeah, exactly. You had 3 off the first 3 pitches. You had 3 home runs.
Yep.
That's insane.
It is. And but now the thing is more teams are starting to use it. Chicago started using it today. The Reds used it a few days ago where Ellie De La Cruz had a 7 RBI game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 2. I want to say he had 2 home runs.
He had 2
I
home
could
runs.
be wrong. Yeah. Like it's kind of crazy. I feel like the MLB is going to step in and say something. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
There's no rule
really.
against it.
Then again, it could bring more viewership.
It is. It's bringing more. Yeah.
Because
so
it's more
there's
entertaining.
There's those aspects of the game going on right now. There's some teams playing really well. We are down to already only 2 teams left undefeated.
Yeah, that's insane.
And they happen to both play the same division. NL West. San Diego Padres sit at 7-0. The Dodgers sit at 7-0. We, though, only have 1 winless team, and it's not a team you'd think of.
Who is it? Is it the
Atlanta Braves are winless?
That's kind of crazy. That is insane.
Chance at revenge tonight. Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. Huh. Fair enough.
Could get their first win of the season and give the Dodgers their first loss of the season. They're actually playing right now. The runners on first and second and 2 outs. Brian De La Cruz is at the plate against Blake Snell. He has walked both batters. Man, so other than that, like not a ton of news. Of course, these are like some crazy things happening.
Yeah.
There's been some crazy scores. A lot is going on though with the Athletics. So going into this season, the Athletics, they're not like the Oakland Athletics or anything. They're moving
to Vegas.
No, they're moving to.
I thought it was. I could have swore it was Vegas.
Yeah, it might be.
Because I'm pretty sure it was like, oh, they're going to be with the Raiders, like Oakland Raiders.
The Athletics are moving to. You're right. They're moving to Vegas, but they are not moving until 2028. Their stadium won't be done until 2028. So
that's insane.
They are currently playing at Sutter Health Park in Sacramento.
So are they the Sacramento Athletics or are they just the Athletics?
They're the Athletics, which has created a lot of problems with people because they've always been known as the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah.
And now that they're being moved out of Oakland, it's causing a lot of issues within their fan base.
Those poor fans.
And it does not help that they are currently on a 4-game skid.
Yeah.
They got swept by the Cubbies.
Yeah. Even worse.
As the Cubs put up, or the Athletics in the 3-game series only put up 9 runs, and the Cubs ended up putting up 35 on them.
That's insane. That's insane.
Cubs put up 18-3, 7-4, and 10-2. They won 10-2 today.
That's insane.
Other news, the first cycle was hit in the MLB.
No.
Yesterday. I do believe it was yesterday. Let me double check my sources. No, 2 days ago. Excuse me. Apologies. It was Monday night. A Cubs player, and for the first cycle of the season, Carson Kelly, hits the first Cubs cycle since 1995.
Boo.
Listen here, buddy.
We hate the Cubs.
Carson Kelly's a guy that was not a projected top guy for the Cubbies, but has played really well for us, I'll be honest. He went 4 for 4 that day. 5 RBIs, 3 runs, and obviously a dinger to be able to get a cycle.
We hate the Cubs.
We love the Cubs here. That we are a pro Chicago sports podcast.
No.
Okay.
No, we're not.
We're Ohio. This is kind of about sports, but I'm gonna kind of give us a different twist. You understand us Chicago fans have had like the worst luck in history?
The Cleveland Browns.
No. I'm not just saying one sport. Like The city as a whole.
Oh, well, I don't care about the city as a whole.
109 years between World Series. The Chicago Bears haven't won a Super Bowl since '85.
Browns have never won one.
I get that. I get that, but like I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Our QB luck that we've had in Chicago, okay.
Non-existent. Yeah.
It's non-existent.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All right.
We're the only franchise to not have a QB pass for over 4,000 yards.
Yeah, that's insane. Unfortunate, but
like that's what I'm saying. Us Chicago fans are like,
you know what I forgot to mention? Browns fans actually got good news today or yesterday.
I saw that. I did see that they're including their championships from the
4 more 46 to 49. We just got 4 more championships added to our record, baby.
Yeah,
we are now the third. We have the third most championships in NFL history.
You're not gonna pass the. Wait. Do you
pass
know
the
Steelers?
Two ahead of you? Probably the Packers and probably
Patriots,
the Bears.
Probably.
No, is it the Patriots?
The Bears don't
it's
have
probably.
That many.
It probably is. I think the Patriots probably have like 9.
Well, it's because you got to look at all their Super Bowls that they won with Brady. Brady won 7.
Let's look it up. Who has the most championships in the NFL? The Packers, obviously.
Yeah, but I need them. But who's that too?
In the NFL history. It's the Bears.
Really?
Bears have 9.
What do the Patriots have?
Patriots. This has 6. They do have 6.
Brady. It's because Brady won 7 Super Bowls.
He did one with the Bucks.
You're right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the Browns have 8. They are tied with the Giants for at third, passing the Steelers at 6. So yeah, we're better than the Steelers now. Hey, that's right.
So, but yeah, like baseball's in full swing. Baseball's been great. With the poor weather, some games have unfortunately had to be canceled.
Yeah,
especially in the Midwest. Like around here, we're getting a lot of games been canceled. Got a lot of rough weather.
I know it's supposed to get rough here soon, especially.
It's going to get rough here in just about a half hour.
Yeah. So, I think on that note, I think it's about time to pick some games. I think what we should do.
So yeah, here's my thought for this week. Of course, you got to pick the Final Four.
Oh, of course.
Then you got to give me your opinion on who's winning the Natty.
I agree. I was going to say the same.
And then let's hop on into. Let's do some MLB picks this week. Let's pick our 3 teams.
All right.
Because let me see. It's Cubs, Indians. Ugh.
No.
You're not Indians. You're Reds. Sorry.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why we like Cincinnati Reds, but then I don't. Whatever.
Rangers, I believe.
Yep, that's correct. So,
all right. Auburn, Florida.
It's got to be Auburn.
I'm taking Florida.
Yeah, well, you're just gonna add to your
Walter
losing streak.
Clayton Jr. is one of the best guards in college basketball. Shoots the lights out. Janai Broom's injury is something to look out for because if you remember, game against Michigan State, he had to go back to the locker room for an injury. He did end up coming back and playing, but it is still something to keep an eye on.
But they've had like what? How many days has it been? They've had a week.
Yeah,
they
will have had a week or just about a week.
Yeah.
Duke, Houston.
Easily.
Yes, unfortunately, it is going to be Duke. So Florida Duke national championship for me.
Auburn Duke. Auburn. Bro, what? Jackson, are you insane? Are you out of your mind?
Duke is beatable.
Duke is not beatable. In no circumstances, Duke beatable. Okay, hang on a minute. 50 points, basically. What is that? 23. Okay, they win by 7. They win by 20. They are not beatable.
Florida.
I have Duke easily. Okay. Duke is beating Auburn.
Florida Natty. All right.
That is insane to me. Holy cow. I mean, fair enough, though.
Shimmy on into.
Let's do NBA first, and then we'll go on over to the MLB.
That sounds great with me.
Right, let me share this. So we got Grizzlies Heat.
Grizzlies Heat. Give me the Grizz. Give me the Grizzlies.
I'm also taking
Ja Morant is being looked at though for a potential suspension. For his one celebration of guns. Of shooting guns at a player.
I understand that, but it's like at the same time, just whatever.
They're adults.
Yeah. Warriors Lakers. This is gonna be a really good game. Like a real like this will determine a lot in the West.
I'm gonna take the Lakers. I think Luka has a pretty solid game.
I'm also taking the Lakers. Gosh dang it. But
what'd you take the Grizzlies Heat?
I'm taking the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're 2 for 2.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, Celtics Suns.
I'm gonna take Celtics.
I'm taking the Celtics too. I think that could be a really good game though.
It could end up being a good game. I think Tatum's gonna have a very solid performance though.
This game right here is going to be very good.
I'm gonna actually take the Rockets. I think Sengun has a fantastic game.
Are you kidding me?
Give me Alperen Sengun.
I'm also taking the Rockets here.
Mainly because I really want the Thunder to lose because we're just.
I'm tired of them winning all the time.
We're 6 games behind the Thunder, and we are just 3 games behind you.
Well, the Thunder's in the West, so.
No, I know, but like for the best overall record.
True. I also want the Thunder to lose just mainly for that reason. Cavs Spurs, taking the Cavs. Like, come on.
It's Cavs. Spurs, of course, without Wemby. Your top player to watch scores 8 points a game. Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Nuggets Warriors. This is also going to be a really good game.
Nuggets. Jokic is going to have another crazy night. Jokic is the MVP. I don't care what you have to say or what you think about it. Jokic is the MVP.
Okay, I have Nuggets, but I'm kind of want to switch to Warriors just so that we have something different.
I mean, you're welcome to, but you're going to lose. I mean, we were different on Thunder Rockets because I'm still sticking to my guns. I'm going Rockets.
I also said Rockets.
You did? I thought you said Thunder.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no, because we both wanted. We need them to lose. Gotcha.
Mavericks,
Clippers. I'm gonna take Clips.
I'm also taking the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, dude!
Maybe the following day we'll.
At least we were different in college.
That's true.
Knicks Hawks. This game. Trae Young.
I'm going Knicks.
You're going Knicks? Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm sure you don't want to pick the Hawks?
I'm sure.
Gosh dang it, dude. I'm also going
Grizzlies, Pistons.
Yeah.
I'm taking Grizz.
Give me the Grizzlies. Thank God. I'm taking the Pistons.
Nah, give me the Grizzlies. Zach Edey. So get this. Since Memphis's head coach has been fired, Zach Edey has started every game since, and it's only been like 2 or 3 games since. He is currently on a 2-game streak of having a double-double, so definitely something to watch for.
That's kind of wild.
They're starting to use him a lot more in their offense, and it is allowing him to get more boards because he has more confidence.
That makes sense. Moving on. Mavericks Clippers
again?
Yeah.
I'll flip. I'm taking Mavs.
I'm sticking with the Clippers here. I'm going to stick with the Clippers. Moving on to Sunday. We have this game right here. Going to be a heater. As much as I
want to pick against the Thunder, I'm not going to. I'm going to go Thunder.
I'm picking against the Thunder, and I'm taking the Lakers. Taking the GOAT.
Bron's going to tear his ACL, done for his career.
That game's not going to be good at all. Sorry.
Yeah, give me the Celtics.
Yeah. Cavs Kings. I'm taking the Cavs.
I'm going to take Cavs, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right. You know who to pick. Knicks Suns. Honestly, going to be a pretty good game, I feel like.
Actually, give me the Suns.
Really? Okay. Devin Booker. Okay. Interesting. I'm taking the Knicks here.
Despite it being in MSG. Yeah.
I'm going to take the Knicks here. This game. Looking forward to this one here.
I'm actually going to go with the Nuggets at home. 25-13 at home.
Also taking the Nuggets.
You have Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
You're winning.
And another really good, you have Steph Curry, who just about broke the record last night.
Give me Alperen Sengun and the Rockets.
I'm taking the Warriors.
Dude, I'm so high on Alperen.
I know you are. You love him. He's really good, though. I have him in fantasy. Yeah.
He's so good.
So good. Moving on to Monday. Nothing. We're moving straight. Well, no, we can do the Kings Pistons game is actually going to be pretty decent. But it's going to be the Pistons. Yeah, it's going to be the Pistons. So. Bulls, Cavs. Give me the Cavs.
Oh, as much as I want to do it, I can't. Give me the Cavs.
Yeah, they're 32-5 at home, so come on now. Knicks, Celtics.
In MSG. Wow, going to be a tough one, but give me the Celtics.
I'm taking the Knicks.
I mean, Celtics on the road, 32-7 on the road.
That is crazy. They have more losses at home than away. That's poor fans. Bucks, Timberwolves. The good
Give
game.
me the Timberwolves.
Really?
Ant's gonna have another good game.
I'm taking the Bucks. Definitely taking the Bucks. Lakers, Thunder.
I'm going Thunder again.
I'm gonna switch here and go Thunder. And then this is going to be the last good game of the week here. The Warriors, Suns. I'm
gonna flip. I'm gonna go Warriors.
I'm as well going to pick the Warriors again over the Suns. And then said let's go to some MLB. I agree. Let's look at some MLB here.
What are we looking at? Cubs, Reds, Rangers, or any good game? Thursday.
Reds, Brewers.
Reds, Brewers could be a sneaky good game. Actually, going to give me the Reds. Cortez got absolutely hammered in his first start. His ERA is now at 36.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That is awful, in fact.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh, I pray. Hey, they're favored. Reds are.
Friday.
Padres, Cubs. Holy cow.
In Wrigley, Imanaga's on the mound at an ERA of 0.82. I'm going to give me the Cubs, obviously. Should have Imanaga on the mound. King Kyle Tucker's been absolutely raking. Give me the Cubs.
I'm going to have to take the Padres. I just don't feel like the Cubs can end their win streak. Right?
I mean, we'll see.
Surely not.
Rangers still not playing?
Apparently not. There they are.
Oh, there.
Rangers, Rays.
Rangers, Reds. Rangers, Rays. Give me the Rangers. I love Globe Life. I've been there once. Give me Globe Life. That Reds Brewers game is hard to decide, of course, with Brewers being undecided on their starter for that game. But I'm going to take the Reds in this one. Nick Martinez. I had a buddy that actually went to the game that he started in.
Really?
Played pretty well.
I'm going to pick the Reds again. Can't go away from them. Come on now.
See, that should be a 4-game set for them. Because the Cubs are going to have a 3-game set here. Cubs, Padres.
You know what?
New pitcher. Matt Boyd is going to be on the mound for the Cubs. That'll be his first career start, I do believe.
You know what?
Give me the Cubs.
He's gonna get it done.
He's gonna get it done.
He's getting it. Yep. I can't talk. Apparently, he's getting her done.
Friendly confines, baby.
Rangers again here.
Rangers, Rays. Oh, Jacob deGrom. Had a no decision, no runs his last time out. 5 innings. Give me Jacob deGrom.
I'm gonna take the Rays here.
And the Rangers.
I'm gonna take the Rays.
Okay.
Just Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Brandon Singer, Rodriguez. See, the Brewers pitching staff looks a lot worse than what it is because they played the Yankees.
Yeah. So, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna stick here and I'm gonna go to the Reds. I think the Reds take the first 2. Or I just think Reds take the first 2 of 3.
I think the Reds are just going to sweep them, to be honest. Come on now.
I'm not seeing a 4-game sweep here, unfortunately.
Nah, surely. The Reds again.
Yep, this is a 4-game set. Give me Brewers.
Yeah, no,
I think
you're
they're going
wrong.
to split series at 2s and 2s.
Fortunately, you're wrong. I'll take the Rangers on this last one here. Actually, no, I won't.
Rays.
I will not, actually. I take that back. I'm taking the Rays.
Rasmussen, pretty solid pitcher for the Rays. I'm going to take the Rays. And Cubs Padres.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Completely skipped you there.
I'm going to go Cubs. I think they get the 3-game sweep.
Unfortunately, I disagree. I'm taking the Padres.
Cubs starting off, actually haven't even played at home yet, honestly.
That'll be their first home. No, this will be their first.
It says 0-2, but it'll be their first actual home games because
that was
they played
Japan.
over in Japan.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
This will be their first home set. So, yeah, give me Chicago. Always play well in the friendly confines.
Let's see. They play the – wow.
Ooh, Cubs
Rangers. More.
And see, that's at Wrigley, too. Justin Steele on the mound. Oh, Evaldi, though. I'm going to take the Rangers.
I'm also taking the Rangers here, unfortunately.
I think actually, so here's my prediction for this game. Justin Steele's going to get a no decision. The game's actually going to come down to the 8th inning.
Oh. You know what? Okay. Shoot.
Reds, Giants. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Logan Webb on the mound, and it's Hunter Green. You're not getting her done. That's going to the Reds. Or that's going to the Giants.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is going to the Reds.
No, it's going to the Giants.
I'm picking the Reds. I can't.
The Reds aren't winning 5 straight, buddy.
Yep. You're right. You know why? It's going to Tuesday.
They're not winning 6 straight.
Did they play Tuesday?
Cubs, Rangers. Jameson Taillon on the mound versus Jacob Leiter. I'm taking the Cubs.
Ooh,
Jameson Taillon pitched today and pitched very well. Went, I believe, 6.2 today.
I'll take the Cubs just because I haven't picked them enough. That's the only reason why.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why. And then let's go down to the Reds here. They're winning 6 straight.
Who are they playing? Giants, Roops on the mound.
The Reds are winning 6 straight, dude.
I think they lose 2 straight, or I guess this would be 3 straight. I think they lose 3 straight. Give me the Giants.
Not a chance. And then that'll be it for, I guess, Wednesday.
Into Wednesday. Go to Imanaga on the mound. I can't bet against him. ERA is already to start the season under 1. I can't bet against him. Give me the Cubs.
Let's move down. The Reds play again. All right. You know what? I'll take the Giants here.
I'll say Justin Verlander's on the mound, buddy.
I'll have them go 6-1 over this week stretch.
I think they lose. I guess this would be 4 straight. Give me the Giants. They're going to get swept.
No, not a chance.
Bring out the brooms.
Not a chance. Well,
all right.
We have a whole lot of picks this week. Our records are going to go sky high or really bad. Mine are going to be fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Reds are going to stink.
They probably are, to be honest. They definitely
Florida's going to win the Natty.
No.
Cubs are going to be playing really well.
You have not watched Duke and Cooper Flag, and it shows.
I'm just not a fan.
And it shows you have not watched Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag's good.
Oh, what was that?
I'm not a fan of Duke.
What was that? Say it again.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here on the Scoreboard, episode 26.
That's right. Go out there and watch basketball, baseball, sports.
Join in next week. We'll bring it to you live.
Yes, sir.
Jackson and Aiden. See you next week.
Peace.